Hi, so my name is MILA, and I'm studying medicine at King's College London, and I'm in second year.
Could you tell us your hometown?
So I live in London. I've been living here for the past 5 years, but before that, I was living in Portugal.
Could you tell us about your Instagram?
So I have a medical Instagram called MedMilla, where I just give some tips about medical school, getting into medical school, how it really is being a medical student in the UK, and how much support do we get. And I also just, help people out.
Okay. Could you remind us of the course you're currently studying?
Pardon?
Could you remind us of the course you're currently studying?
Didn't get that.
Could you
Sorry.
remind us of the course you're currently studying?
Yes. So I'm studying medicine.
Why did you choose your course?
This is a complex question, actually. So to be honest, I went into medicine because, first of all, I love science, and I know this is going to be the most basic answer because, yeah, but I love science. I love talking to people, meeting new people, and I love working in a team. And growing up, I always thought that I wanted to have a dynamic job where I could do different things every single day. So I feel like medicine kind of entails all of that together, like the science, dynamic, teamwork, and all of that in one place.
So you're now in your second year.
Yeah.
What have you thought about your course so far?
I love it, to be honest. I like the course. It's really intense. Anatomy was kind of disappointing. But that's fine. I feel like everyone has higher expectations. But then, yeah. Um, but I do like the course, especially the clinical side of it. It's really good.
Okay. Did you come from a sixth form or college background?
Sixth form.
What subjects did you study in sixth form?
So I studied maths, chemistry, and biology.
Did any of these subjects help you with your course?
Yes, definitely. I feel like chemistry helped a lot. And biology, of course, there's a lot of stuff we do that's related, like enzymes. Maths helped as well. We have a lot of biostatistics, and knowing the statistical tests and stuff like that really helps. So,
Okay. Could you remind us of the university? What do you think the best A levels / subjects are for your course?
I would say chemistry is the best one.
So you take 3 A levels. So what do you think the top
It would
3?
definitely be chemistry, biology, and maths,
Okay,
which is what everyone does.
Could you remind us of the university you're currently studying at?
King's College London.
Could you tell us the best and worst things about studying at King's College London? Starting off with the worst.
Worst thing, yeah, communication, definitely. There's a lot of things that we don't know and we just find out on the day. So not being able to know all the information you need before actually going to placements, doing exams, before lectures, going to a lecture and the lecturer is not there, that kind of thing is kind of annoying and it takes time. The best thing about King's College London is really diverse. There's people from every single background, and I feel like that's really good. I got to meet people from everywhere in the world, and I love it.
Okay. So if we go into the King's College area, could you
Yeah.
if accommodation? Sorry, if we go to the King's College accommodation, where did you live in your first year?
I lived at home, so I didn't actually have an accommodation experience, but I would say that they're quite good. I did get to visit them, like most of the accommodations, and they're quite good.
So what was it like living at home? What kind of do you feel like it was better or worse, or kind of like if someone was going to live at home while studying at King's College, what kind of experience could you tell them it was?
I feel like living in accommodation gives you the opportunity to make closer friends. Staying at home, you kind of get to see everyone when you're at lectures, and then you just have to go home and you don't get to like go have dinner with them and cook together and do all these kind of things. But then if you join societies, you will end up making the friends anyways. So I'd say that living in accommodation would probably be a bit better.
Okay. What do you think the best university accommodation is?
For Kings,
First
I
years. For first year.
For first year, yeah. So I would say I really liked Angel Lane. So if you're talking about King's accommodations, yeah.
Why is that do you think that's best for first years?
I think so, yeah, because it's huge. So you'll meet a lot of people from different courses.
And what kind of vibe is that accommodation? Is it like the party house, the calm house, the study house?
Yeah, I feel like that one is a party one because they have so many common rooms and there's so much space that when we had society events, we'd just go to Angel Lane and chill there, basically.
And where did you live in your second year?
So I'm still living at home.
I still live at home. And is it same experience for your second year? Do you suggest it, or would you move into accommodation? Would you suggest it? What would you suggest?
I feel like if it wasn't for COVID, I would have probably moved out because of placement. It's just quite hard to wake up at 5 a.m. to be in a hostel by 8, it's a lot of work. But then if it wasn't for, because of COVID, obviously I have to stay at home, and I feel like that was the best option. Otherwise, it would have been a lot of money to stay alone in accommodation.
If we go into the area, obviously pre-COVID, could you tell us what the nightlife is like? What's the club for you?
For Kings, we have 2 bars. We have Guys Bar and The Vault, which are the most popular ones. And to be honest, that's where I used to go. All the students go there, and there's not a lot of like all the people from the outside, so it's a bit safer. So my go-to would definitely be Guys or The Vault. But then there's other clubs like, I don't know, there's a lot of clubs around London. We get to go to all of them, to be honest. So,
and if we go into the shops, like your local shops that have for different things, if someone's never been to London, what can they expect? Can they expect more traditional shops or more local shops?
Central London, there's a lot of traditional shops. Like there's a bit of local ones, but it's more like
your big brands,
big Tesco, all of that. Yeah.
And if we go into the food, is it your big brand shops or is it more local shops?
It's the big ones. Yeah. But there's some markets, like they do have some markets, and you can get fresh food and fresh vegetables and stuff.
And if we talk about the area, what's a must do while studying at King's College?
You definitely have to visit all the London attractions, obviously, like the Big Ben. I would say going to the Shard at least once. I haven't been, but I feel like it's a good experience. Just going there and just seeing the whole of London would be a good experience. But then, yeah, that's about it.
What general advice would you give to students about the study at university?
I would say don't go with a lot of expectations, but at the same time, don't just go with no expectations. As in, if you go with a lot of expectations that you're going to make so many friends, going to have so much fun, you're going to get disappointed. That it's not like that. You're going to do a lot of work, and sometimes it just doesn't work out for everyone. But at the same time, if you have no expectations, then, if you don't try, it's never going to happen, isn't it? So, yeah.
What advice would you give to students about to study at King's College University?
Okay, my first advice for King's would be make sure you have a calendar. You make your own calendar. You're going to need it. And join societies. It's the best you can do. You can meet people from everywhere, and you don't have to stick to the people in your own course.
What advice would you give to students about to study your course at university?
Don't, Andrew. No, I would say make sure you're prepared. Make sure you know that it's a lot of hard work, because it really is. And always put your mental health first.
Okay. You chose going to university over an apprenticeship / going right into work. What path you to make this choice?
I really like studying. I know that sounds really sound like a nerd, but I like studying. So it was never a problem for me having a few more years studying. And I don't think I'm ready to go straight to work and make full money and trying to get a house and stuff. So I feel like it's better to just go slowly. And yeah.
Okay. So could you tell us more about your Instagram, what you plan to do with it, what students can expect when they go on the page, and just more information?
So I plan to give some just free information, like about interviews, getting to university. I want to help students get into university, especially, sorry,
That's right.
especially getting into medicine. I want to make sure that people have the opportunity, because I know that when I was in sixth form, I was never the richest person, and a lot of medical courses, like courses to get into medicine, are quite expensive. And so I want to be able to give that information for free for students, so they don't have to pay for it, and they can still get in.
So at this point, I let students have what I like to call a free for all. You can say what you want about what you like. You can say something smart. You can say something dumb. You could put your acts. You can literally, the floor is yours.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy this. First of all, I always say this, and follow my Instagram. You might find something interesting in there. I also have a YouTube channel, and if you want to study medicine or if you want to come to King's, do it. You're not going to regret it, hopefully. And thank you. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I'm plugged in.
Thank you.